This is a quick introduction to some of the features of R+ by Excel Solutions Corp., a graphical user interface and added abilities to the R programming language and statistical language. This is a view of an R+ session. We have here the console window in the middle here, which is just our regular R functionality. Any commands we type in here give us the same results as in standard base R. But we have a lot of extras that the graphical user interface gives us, as well as the extra add-ons in that. We have here in this side a welcome, kind of a banner, a set of quick commands here. If you ever lose this behind other things or shut it down, this button right here will turn it off and back on, or you can come to Tools, Welcome, to accomplish the same thing. Now, if we have some other windows obscuring our console window, the top button, the command button here, will always pop the console button back up to the top, so we can get back to that, since that's where we're doing a lot of our work. Some of the other things that this gives us is the editor here gives us the an editor here where we can type in commands in the top part, and then clicking on this triangle will run the set of commands, or if we just highlight part of it, it will just run the highlighted part, give us the results here at the bottom. So we can see the results. We can load script files that we've saved from other programs, from base R or from an editor. We can save this file to run it later. We can undo, cut, copy, paste, etc. We also have, if we click this button instead of the regular run button, it creates a report for us that's an editable report. I actually have the same one that I did a little bit ago. You can also edit it. You can add in extra things here. You could highlight something. We could come in here and change the font if we want a little bit more usual font. Oops. Courier. So there's more of the standard font there. Added in, change color, and change to italic for this up here, just for a note for myself for the future. Again, I could save this, I can copy and paste this. This button here will export it to an HTML document. This one will export it to a PDF document. This one will just print it directly. So the editor lets us do that. Also, this button right here also creates a report. It's called an uneditable report, but what it does is it gives a more fancy version of it. The tables are laid out nicely as tables. This can also be saved as an HTML or a PDF document. If you save it as an HTML document, you can load it into Microsoft Word or other word processors, and these are actual tables then, so you can adjust the properties of the tables like the column widths, spacing, background. But if you adjust a column, the entire column is adjusted, unlike just the text output if you copied and pasted that. Okay, the next one is the data table. Data table looks kind of like this. This shows the classic iris data set. You can put your own data in here. You can actually use this to edit the data, to enter the data. You can also import things directly from R. You can import from other sources, database files, Excel files, Stata files, SAS files, a lot of different options for places that you can import the data from to bring it into one of these data tables. And here again, you can view the data. You can scroll to the bottom. If there were more columns than would fit in this window right now, we could scroll left and right as well to show that. So this is entering data, editing data, viewing data. We can also insert rows and columns. We can sort the data. We can change what it looks like. We can export it to an Excel file if we want to do that. The command history button here brings up this little history window that shows the recent commands that we've run. These are just some of the things that I typed in before starting this overview. But we could also, highlight something and we can rerun just that command. So we can see that 3 plus 4 is 7. Probably not the most exciting thing right there, but we can redo a summary command, or we can copy to other things. We get our output there. So instead of just retyping something, we can go back and view what was been done before, either run it before or see what we did 10 minutes ago or whatever we're doing before. Next button is the Package Manager. Package Manager looks like this. It shows the packages that are installed on this computer. The check marks show which ones are currently loaded and default, so base loads by default. But I could choose others that I wanted to load by default, or I could load in a package. If I wanted the zoo package loaded in right now, I can just click here, and as we can see over here, it did the library zoo command and loaded that in for me for this session, so now I can use those tools. The report will bring up an empty report window that I can copy and paste into, that I can edit. It's a basic text editor, works well with that. The Object Explorer looks like this. I currently have in my workspace here 3 data frames defined. Iris and MT cars are from the default data sets that come with R. My DF1 is one that I created a couple minutes ago. We can expand each of these and see the details of what the different variables within that data frame is. The ones I'm less interested in right now, I can leave collapsed. I can open them up. If they're all open, I can scroll through them. This is a quick way to see not only what data frames I have in my workspace, but also some of the details, what the variables in them are, what their dimensions are, other things like that. The last one I wanted to look at was this SASLets. This is something for people migrating from SAS to R that can be beneficial for them. It's basically kind of a quick help or quick equivalence table. So if we type something in here in the search SAS function area, so here's pluck proc cat mod, it shows you the kind of the quick overview help for cat mod if we were programming in SAS. Over on the right side, it then shows us the R equivalent function, so we'd use GLM, and here's the different arguments to GLM. If it's a specified package, it would show the package down here, and so we can put different things in here to see those equivalencies. A couple other things that we can do. We could do interactive graphs. We can come down here to a scatter plot. You can choose a data set, choose the variables, click OK. So here's a basic scatter plot that we can look at now. If we highlight some data, it zooms in for us. We can zoom in further. If we right click, we can go back and do the unzoom or unzoom all the way. We can save the image in different forms, copy it. We can show the point value, so if I hover over a point, it shows me the actual values that go into that. I can also add various things to it. There's this insert, or there's kind of the shortcut. If I want to draw an arrow to highlight a point, I can come in here and say, okay, what color of line do I want? And I want to draw my arrow from here to pointing at this point right here. Then I could add some text. And I can place it where I want. And so now I've added that to my graph, so when I save or export, I've got that information in there as well. So there's lots of different things we can do with the interactive graphics instead of just the regular static graphics. We can also do a lot of our common statistical things using menus and dialog boxes. So if I wanted to do a good regression here, I could choose a data set, choose my dependent variable, and a couple of independent variables or predictors here. I can select a couple of plots, click on OK, and it pops up one of these report windows. So here's my regression that I just did. Again, everything nicely laid out. There's my plots included. I can save this as an HTML. I can save it as a PDF. I can print it. I can do the various things with that. So this has been our quick overview of R+ to give you some ideas of what's available and what can be done with that. Thank you for watching.